Hello and welcome. On this lesson, I want to talk about defining your goals. It's very important for us to have solid goals as to what we really, truly want in this world, in this universe. So I'm actually reading a book right now and it's talking all about goal setting. And they were saying that you should have 50,000 life goals. And when I first heard that, I was like, whoa, that's a lot of goals. Yes, those are life goals that we're going to have for the rest of our lives. But it's a lot of goals because it gives the universe an area to play with a little bit. So you can have, the more goals that you have, the more the universe has to play with those goals, and the more the universe will give you that goal. It was saying that our normal humans, they only have maybe 100, 200, 300 goals. And think about it, like how many goals do you really have? They might have 100 to 300, whatever. And that only gives the universe X amount of goals to work with for you to achieve all of these things that you want to achieve. So the more goals that we have, the better it is for us. But not only that, it's just really getting in tune and defining what those goals are. For example, I want to make $1 million. Why do you want to make $1 million? Where are you going to put those $1 million? What are you going to buy with those $1 million? Getting very specific so you can get into the feeling of what it is that you want, so you can start attracting it better. For example, I want to buy a car. Well, what kind of car do you want? What model do you want it to be? Getting very specific. The universe, there's no brand out there that says nice car. Like, it just doesn't exist. So the universe is just going to give you any car. So getting as specific as possible with your goals so that you can start attracting them and achieving all of these goals. Another thing that's very important is to not set a timeline on these goals, because time is infinite. All that we have is right now, and everything is working out for you in perfect divine timing. So if you say, I want $1 million by the end of next year, well, who's to say that you can't get $1 million a month from now? It's possible. Like, you might get an opportunity, you might win the lottery, who knows? Not setting a timeline to what it is that you truly want. There are technically three types of manifestors in this world. There's specific manifestors and there's non-specific manifestors. You can also manifest by feeling as well, which all of us have the capability to manifest by feeling. How do I want to feel when I want to manifest $1 million? How do I want to feel when I want to manifest this new car? How do I want to feel when I want to attract these beautiful new opportunities coming my way? We all have the ability to connect to our feelings, but it's talking about specific or non-specific manifestor. So all of us, and this is in Human Design, feel free to look it up, feel free to reach out to me, and I'm more than happy to share more about this as well. It's in your Human Design chart. But you either fall into being a specific manifestor or a non-specific manifestor. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, I know you just told us to be all specific. Yes, if you're a non-specific manifestor, you can still be specific with what you want, just around essentially what I want. For example, I want exactly $1 million. I want to earn 7 figures. See the difference of those two? If you're a non-specific manifestor, you could say 7 figures. The universe is going to give you that 7 figures. It might be $9 million. It might be $1 million. If you're a specific manifestor, you can manifest so specifically to the dollar amount of what you want. I will give you 2 examples. A specific manifestor. You want to go on a trip. Your trip, I know I want to go to New York. I know I want to stay in Manhattan. I know I want to stay inside Manhattan. I know I want to stay at the Wyndham Hotel, wherever. I know I want to spend $500.32 a night. I want to go to Central Park. I want to see The Lion King on Broadway. Very, very specific. The universe will give you that. If you're a non-specific manifester, then you're going on that same trip to New York. However, you're like, oh, I think I want to stay in Manhattan, but I'm open to other ideas. Maybe Times Square, something's going to pop up over there that's going to be like more of something what I'm looking for. I want to stay at a 4-star hotel. I don't know which one, whatever works for me. I'm going to look up a few of them. I want to spend, I don't know, around like $200 to $500 a month, a night for this hotel. I want to eat at some nice funky restaurants. I'm going to ask people for recommendations. I don't know which ones yet. I know they're going to be perfect for me. And I want to see a Broadway show. I don't know which one yet, but I'll see what's available on those days that I'm there. See the difference between the two? If you're a specific manifestor, you can manifest so specifically to the dollar amount. If you're a non-specific manifestor, then you more or less, this is what I want to manifest. Me personally, I'm a non-specific manifestor, and the opportunities that come into my life, the things that I manifest in my life are incredible. Whichever manifestor you are, again, you could get this into your human design chart, it doesn't matter. Connect to that feeling. How do you want to feel when you go on that trip to New York? How do you want to feel when you have these beautiful new opportunities? For example, when I manifested getting on a Times Square billboard, I never in a million years imagined being on a Times Square billboard. I just knew that I wanted to connect to the feeling of influence, connect to the feeling of fame, connect to the feeling like my work matters. This is what I'm doing. My work is incredible. That's the feeling that I connected to, and lo and behold, I was on a Times Square billboard. So to recap all over again, get specific with what you want, whether you're a specific manifestor or a non-specific manifestor, get specific for both of them. And then finally connect to the feelings that it is that you want. Set your goals, set 50,000 goals. An exercise that I just started doing myself is every day I will write out 50 goals that I want to achieve in my entire life. I just started doing this a couple of days ago, and I'm starting to run out of goals that I want, but we need 50,000 goals. So start thinking, don't repeat them. And these goals can be simple. These goals could be like, I want to volunteer more. I want to spend more time with my family. Whatever these goals are, they could be simple, but the more goals that you have, the more you give the universe to play with, and the quicker you will achieve all of these goals. So that's all I have for you today, and see you in the next lesson.